Life's a beach, right? Or at least for many of us, we wish it were. We've all had that fantasy of dropping everything and moving to a beach town. But when you think of America's great beach towns, like the Hamptons, Miami, Malibu, Hilton Head, among many others, we get snapped right back into reality rather quickly. The cost of living in these spectacular beach towns is pretty darn high. But it turns out, your beach town dream may not be as far out of reach as you think. America is home to some affordable beach towns that come with beautiful stretches of coastline without the hefty price tag. These towns may not have the international reputation as other beach towns in the country, but that's why they are so coveted. They fly below the radar and keep the cost of living low. Some towns do have their drawbacks, like hurricane risks or higher crime rates, but if you know where to look, you can uncover some truly spectacular hidden beach gems. So in today's video, we will show you 10 cheap and undiscovered beach towns in America 2024. These towns are not only beautiful, but also very cheap compared to other beach towns of America. Besides, the crime rate here is also negligible. But before starting the video, I want to request you, we put our best efforts to create our every single video. So please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's start. Number 10, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The city of Myrtle Beach is a residential and vacation community at the heart of South Carolina's Grand Strand coast. With the 35,000-plus permanent residents and millions of visitors enjoy wide beaches, warm weather, and an incredible range of entertainment and activities. Myrtle Beach is one of America's favorite vacation getaways. Visitors come for the 60 miles of beachfront and stay for the theme parks, live entertainment, and restaurants. But the affordability comes from the fact that Myrtle Beach does have a high crime rate, which has brought home prices down. The median monthly housing cost is $912. Also, the winter months tend to be very sleepy around here. 60 miles of beaches, water activities, theme parks, restaurants, and golf courses, that is how vacationers and residents do Myrtle Beach. Number 9, Gulf Shores, Alabama. A small town with a median monthly housing cost of just $901. Gulf Shores may be more expensive than the rest of Alabama, but it is definitely cheaper than other beach towns in the United States. That is because, while its economy is strong and crime rate is low, the community is fairly isolated, meaning residents have a long commute to work. The weather can also be unbearably humid in the summer, and there are limited cultural resources. Gulf Shores is the premier beach getaway on the Alabama coastline. That's because it has powder soft white sand that rings the Gulf of Mexico, and plenty of beach resorts and vacation rentals to keep up. In addition to the obvious waterfront activities, Gulf Shores is close to many restaurants and bars, shopping, and the wharf in nearby Orange Beach. Number 8, Melbourne, Florida. Set beside the Indian River Lagoon along Florida's Space Coast, Melbourne offers beaches, fishing, golf, snorkeling, and many other outdoor activities. With a population of just under 80,000 and a median age of 45, Melbourne is a smaller city with a young population. Residents love to live here because of the climate and water recreation. You can bask in the sunshine on miles and miles of Melbourne's unspoiled beaches by daylight or, at night. The town is home to the Florida Institute of Technology and is only 30 miles east of Orlando, which means that residents have both beach vibes as well as the conveniences of a college town and a major city. The median monthly housing cost is just over $853. Number 7, Gulfport, Mississippi. Gulfport is another hidden gem. It's a small town on the seasonal hurricane path, which is what keeps costs low. Median monthly housing cost is around $811. But the 26 miles of beaches, mild climate, palmetto groves, and wildlife-filled marshlands make this beach town a really lovely place to be. Gulfport is Mississippi's second largest city, and enjoys the benefit of being perched right along the Gulf Coast. It's a summer getaway for New Orleans residents, as well as those from around the region. The area is packed with history, culture, seafood restaurants, and stunning beaches. The town is also much quieter than other towns along Mississippi's Gulf Coast. Number 6. Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Bay St. Louis is attractive to residents and visitors because of its beautiful Gulf beaches, temperate winter climate, and plenty of entertainment during high season. However, one of the reasons it may be more affordable than other beach towns is because it's almost too popular with tourists, lacks arts and culture, and is on the seasonal hurricane path. The median monthly housing cost is just over $782. Mississippi's coast is truly beautiful, even though most travelers opt for Florida's Gulf Coast over the beaches in the other southern states. But the seasonal town of Bay St. Louis is just 50 miles from New Orleans, offering an uninterrupted stretch of white sand, leisurely piers, and several shops and eateries. Number 5. Biloxi, Mississippi. Biloxi has beautiful Gulf beaches, a mild winter climate, and tons of entertainment. But what keeps its cost of living low is the hurricane risk as well as the tourist sprawl, which tends to then leave the community snoozing in the off-season. The shoreline of Biloxi is flanked with massive oceanfront casinos, which are the major draw to this coastal community. But upon closer look, visitors will also notice the historic downtown district and the sunsets that set the sky on fire. Affordable lodging and an energetic nightlife make Biloxi a major vacation destination for the surrounding area. Of course, if you want something more tranquil, you can just head over the bridge into Ocean Springs. Number 4. Daytona Beach, Florida. With a median monthly housing cost of $723, Daytona Beach is one of America's most beloved beach party capitals in the country. From spring break to NASCAR, Daytona Beach can be a wild time. Of course, when there aren't festivals or events, the town is relatively quiet. Prices are considerably lower than Miami, but compared to the rest of Florida, you'll still be paying around $500,000 to live on the beach. If it's racing season or spring break, forget about it. Daytona is hot, and the boardwalk hums with tourists who spill out of the oceanfront bars and restaurants. But Daytona Beach has 23 miles of wide, hard-packed sand that allows for myriad activities, from beach sports to beach driving. Water activities fill the rest of your time, from diving to paddleboard yoga. In the summer, you can even catch sea turtles crawling up onto the sand to lay their eggs. Number 3. Fort Pierce, Florida. Fort Pierce is part of the Port St. Lucie Metropolitan Statistical Area, which has a population of 400,121. Tucked between Vero Beach and Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce is located on the bay behind the Atlantic-facing Hutchinson Island. The town is popular because of its beach location and plenty of outdoor activities, but it lacks arts and culture and is fairly isolated when it comes to having other things to do. It also is at a high hurricane risk during hurricane season. The median monthly housing cost is around $655. Making up part of the Treasure Coast, Fort Pierce is a laid-back, residential community that offers beautiful surroundings but less of the activity found at other beach towns farther south. The town is growing in terms of business, and what people can expect is a tropical coastal environment, agriculture, and lots of vegetation. Lake Okeechobee is 40 miles southwest. Number 2. Freeport, Texas. The small town of Freeport has just over 12,000 residents and a median age of 27 years old. Residents love it because of the growing economy, entertainment, proximity to the beach, and cost of living. Just over $479 median monthly housing cost. However, expenses are often kept low because it's not the prettiest of towns. In fact, it is quite a bit of sprawl for such a small city. Freeport's coastal waterways are teeming with fish, so you can imagine that fishing is one of the biggest draws to this part of the country. Offshore charter boat services are available to cruise up and down the Brazos River or off the coast of Bryan Beach. A historic downtown has blocks of buildings from the early 20th century, as well as the Freeport Historical Museum. Golf, bird watching, camping and dining are among the other activities that visitors and residents enjoy on the Gulf Coast of Texas. Number 1. Port Arthur, Texas. Port Arthur has gone through a revitalization that has resulted in a refreshed downtown. That, plus outdoor recreation and a low cost of living, is what makes it attractive. Port Arthur has the lowest housing cost in our video, just over $455. However, the reason why cost of living is so low is because of unpredictable hurricanes, an industrial landscape and summer weather, which can be unbearably hot and humid. Port Arthur was founded in the late 19th century and, at one time, was the center of the largest oil refinery in the world. Today, what brings visitors to Port Arthur are the history, wildlife and beaches. Water sports and historic sites are the main attractions here. Try kayaking around Sea Rim State Park or explore the mansions like the glorious Whitehaven. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.